Let's find out if that will aid them. We're ready to get underway with the game. Cloud9 versus Yeah Gaming. First map of Inferno is about to go live as we are locked and loaded here, Benjamin.
Yeah, we've got this wicked little fly through as well. I do love this color scheme, like across the board. Like it was in the talent announcement and everything. It's sticking to it as well.
Oh, it's nice.
It is really nice.
Makes you feel like you're there in the moment, living it large. Talking of being in the moment, Sonic, he's aggressive as ever as he peeks out towards second mid early.
All the fights.
Oh my god, they really are. They are looking for a scrap, and they walk away essentially unscathed. They've cleaned up massively. IDK doesn't know what's hit him, and we're just down to Tatterzan in a 1 versus 5, Ben, with a Glock out, trapped in the kitchen.
You're saying IDK doesn't know what to hit him. I don't know either.
There he is.
Tatterzan, no. Let's see what he can do with this. He's got grenades, but like, let's be real. What are you doing? So that's the start of this map. Some people say it's disrespect in some way, but I think it's just confidence. They know, again, it's the same situation where we had on train a few times, where they would just really take the aim to them. I'd just take it, like Mottom, for example, he's got 4 kills already. I think they were all headshots as well, if I'm not mistaken. No, 3 of them were. This could be a bloodbath, really awkwardly.
Oh, yeah.
Also worth noting, so obviously, I said Yeah Gaming, they played Inferno earlier and it was like quad overtime. I'm just going to chill on a second before I make this point further. This looks like we'll probably get contact.
Okay. Aggressive as you like, straight down mid. I mean, Floppy gets one with a headshot on Fabulous. Oh. Oh, Ben.
He's doing it sideways. I like how we got the tail end of that player jumping. But Dumo, he's got a kill in this round. But it won't mean much anyway. But my point was going to be, essentially, so Triumph Yeah Gaming on Inferno went 52 rounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
We then had Cloud9 earlier against New England Whalers, which went a total of 47 rounds. So both teams have played a collective total of 99 rounds on their respective maps, like today, on like Inferno and Train. So they're both going to be very, used to the sight of the map. But the awkward bit is, if you've played a game for that long, like an overtime sequence that long, you come back into it and it's like, you need to kind of like unload mentally and be like, okay, this is a different game, right?
Yeah, that is the hard part, right? It's because it's kind of a double-edged sword. And yeah, sure, you're certainly going to be warmed up going to that next series, but it's also the issue with the burnout, right? Like it can start to hit you and slow you down a little bit. So hopefully they've tried to put that out of their minds, and both of them coming into this as a fresh series as much as possible. Two rounds now for Cloud9 though. They've done a good job at least in the initial early game to open it up.
4 plays banana. That's such a big risk in terms of utility possibility, by the way. They actually had like 3 players with Cubby. No trade possibility. Wow, yeah. Okay. I mean, Dumo didn't even take that much damage either, and he's so concerned at the fact that he got both kills so easily. He's just like, well, there could be a 3rd player here, right? Just in case.
Okay, can you imagine that surely that's just a save call made off the back of it?
Yeah.
Tatterzan seemed like it was a free frag, but in the end it's him barely getting away with his life.
So the awkward bit is, that's not really like how you want to start the first Byron at all. Like, Yeah Gaming, they double naded the corner, right? I think that was all they did.
A triple nade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then think about the utility they needed to use afterwards. It was like a smoke CT, smoke coffin, not much else. They really want this kill, don't they? Tatterzan, he's actually walking up. He might catch OC. That's really unlucky. So that's the guns are pretty much all gone. Floppy will keep this FAMAS, but it doesn't really mean anything. But Inferno is a pretty damn good map when it comes to going for a force buy, though. A lot of good angles to use pistols, shotgun, like SMG, that sort of thing. Yeah, they're banging into it. Look at that. So FAMAS got dropped. He buys himself an M4 back. It's not a bad up, but force buy, all things considered. Wait, so OC, I was going to say OC and Sonic, I thought they were both like saving money to go for double up. But OC kind of bought down. So I guess Sonic might drop him the AWP if they need it later. 4 plays banana. Ooh.
AGs are going out early.
3 blind kills in a row.
Yeah, what? IDK gets 2. Just picks them to pieces with the Kalashnikov, teaching him a lesson as he slays once he had thrown the clip in the AK. Floppy and JT, the last 2 remaining men on the CT side now, as their numbers have dwindled down to just 2. Scratch that and make it 1. Only JT. With a P250 in his hands, that's everything he has. It's a 1 versus 4, and yeah, Gaming, they've pretty much taken this. They're going to walk away, equalising the scoreline 2 apiece now as we go into round 5.
Yeah, so we saw the structure of the double nade stack there. So a player close, and then they were going to nade off like the curved wall above the half wall, top banana. And unfortunately, one of them missed their nade for whatever reason. Like they didn't hit the curved side; they hit the flat side, so it landed in front of like the old car area. If it had gone to the correct location, I think there would have been a really strong amount of damage dealt to IDK, especially. He may not have got the 2 kills, maybe 1, like rather than the 2, which may have been a big difference maker. But nevertheless, they tried their best in terms of like creating something out of nothing. Doesn't quite work out. Now they're going to be on that eco. So I'm just going to check on the previous game with Yeah Gaming on Inferno. So Yeah Gaming were given a T-side start in the previous game today, and they got 10 rounds. So you could argue that that is probably them being quite happy with this T-side start here. Especially because normally they wouldn't be given that. But RCF is a big player. He had 11 first kills on that Inferno matchup. See if we get something similar from him on this one.
Yeah, if he can actually follow that through, that would be a huge statistic to keep on rolling throughout the course of the series. So a bit of a stack towards quad. Essentially, we've got the 3 players from the CT side grouped up there, with Motum playing towards Arch to support. Something taking a bit of a beating.
Oh, no.
He's essentially the only player on B, and that HG should take him down, but it lands in the middle between first and second, so it doesn't fully clean him. Ooh. OC gets a spot on the elbow. Takes a bit of a pop shot at it, clean trade on the first, but the response from the AK is even better, as they're all being gunned down in the Battle of Quads. And it is falling in favour of Yeah Gaming. JT up on the elevated angle, high skill ceiling as well, as he kills 1, but he's backstabbed by Tatterson. And surely at this point, that is it. Sonic's only got 8 HP, so it's a single bullet that's required from Dumal to kill him. And there's the 3rd for Yeah.
You can tell there's a structure behind some of the calls that are coming through from Yeah Gaming so far. Like, there's a clear idea when they do send a player towards an area, they know what they want to do next. Like, you know, like a flowchart system, right? If this happens, we do this. Like, that sort of procedure. Which is nice to see. Like, it's quite rare you do get to see that visually in the server, or able to identify it at least. Let's see then. Cloud9, all rifles, 3 men going towards banana. Doom out, the nade on the corner. Damages JT a bit, not much though.
He's got the response Molotovs. They can waste even more time. They're actually double facing off the back of it. They peek into it and JT cleans up, massacring 2 of them. OC has to come through with the final killing blow on IDK. RCF and Tatterson. They hold now, trying to lock down their ground towards middle. Tatterson's going to peek off the flashbang. He's allowed to get out. Motum still finds the frag, even though he was dazed and confused on the elevated angle. RCF with a flick. Coming out with the upper hand, showing the sniping potential he has. A show-stopping play. Still has to do more, though. Drops the smoke. Not great. At least it'll block off some angle, potentially, as he's able to get the plant down. A 1v2. OC walking up with 3 HP. It's overkill for the AWP, and he peeks into it, OC! No right, but still, basically just walks his way through the round. Oh, Ben, he's hit him with a Rhino. He's ripped him a new one.
And that's probably one of the better examples of fighting banana, ultimately, right? We saw the grenades go through. There wasn't much damage dealt by the offensive utility from the CT side. It was more of a case of the weaponry, you know, being given a chance.
Yeah.
But you have to give praise, I believe it was OC's flashbang that came over the roof. I actually, no, thinking back, it has to be JT, I think, based off the fact that we did have 2 players fall. But nevertheless, it's good teamwork. That's kind of what we wanted to see from the start, and we can see again 3 players going toward banana. That seems to be a contention point for Yeah Gaming. They seem to be very willing to fight that mid to top banana area, like right next to the wall. That's so easy. far too easy. Good double made.
It's already a better adjustment as well from Cloud9 with the way they've been playing
that
towards top
utility's
banana.
so good. If they molly tree, it'd be even better. But they don't have one left. Got nothing left.
Like Ian Beale.
Oh. But that was just far too easy for OC though. All he did was put the smoke down to stop a molly if it lands there. And he just peeks freely, gets the kill, gets out. Sierra Gaming again are going to end up B here. There's no utility to slow them down on the Cloud9 side other than the smoke on Sonic, which he'll put down now as the exit comes in. He needs to get behind that.
Playing towards first oranges. It's a bit of an iffy angle. It's a struggle at the best of times, especially when they go over the top. And RCF through the smoke, finding the elevated man on JT. He might have been up on the high ground, but he isn't going to be able to overthrow the paddle once. Down to a 3 versus 3. OC, crouch walking through ruins. Ooh, actually gets the shot off and beheads IDK. A quick, ferocious shot as he bides his time as well, waiting on the initial push. RCF playing on the close angle, burning by the Molotov. He's got to make a decision, do or die, and he just opts to die, Ben. Just stands there and takes it.
I reckon he was confused. Because the Molotov, I don't think is meant to land. I don't think it's meant to land there. I think it's meant to land dark.
But somehow spread over.
They must have landed on this like blue barrel we can see right here on the POV, and then just spread the wrong way as well. He must have just thought, okay, if I keep edging forward, I'll get out of it at some point. But it took way too long. That was really fortunate to see from the player that was boosted CT just then as well, because he saw the T go onto the barrel, but then he did the jump where you can't see it from boost, which is so unfortunate. But because of that plant, there's another buy in play. Round 8. Triple AK. There's a utility lacking, but there is an AWP now. RCF's already shown he's pretty good with it. The 2 flick shots toward mid, and OC pretty damn good as well, isn't he?
It's good to see at least that form as well that we had on train has been carried over, and it wasn't just like a bit of a blip, right? That's something we expect to see kind of consistently. Already 8 frags. He's been very effective in the open duels. He's quick on the draw. 136 ADR. Unfortunately, all of his good talking points don't help the fact that he has been wallbanged and taken down by Tatterzin. He'll slaughter him with the AK. Still an advantage for Cloud9, though.
Yeah, still an advantage. The AWP is kind of needed. I guess Martin doesn't want to give away his location too much. That noise, though, will give away his angle. They heard that click, and they're coming up quad fast. Ooh. Quick on the trigger is Mossen, but Floppy's there to back him up. Duma on his own now. Finds the first, but can't quite get the second. 5-3 now for Cloud9, and they should get the AWP back. Yes, they do. So OC, it looks like he's going to be running the map. Like he goes for a pick mid, he goes for a pick banana. He's kind of a nuisance by looks thing. And he repositioned after the pick mid 2 apps as well. So it's not even a case of, he was around mid. He then repositions again. Like, it's really nice to see an AWP when they're comfortable and that sort of thing. Like, Device obviously does it quite a lot. Triple nades. Are they looking for OC?
This is also the play we witnessed before, right? With the triple nade towards top cart early in the round when they wanted to go for the aggressive banana play. So I suppose that is just something they have as a bit of a pocket strategy when necessary.
Be interesting to see how this hero AK goes as well. OC with another opener. Oh, this is easy pickings, isn't it?
Man, they're just facing him one by one, right? This is him walking through a fragging wonderland with the AWP. He's going in over and over again. Eventually, IDK's The Eagle will dispatch him, but it took far too much effort from them. He had 3 frags into the round, and he's starting to boast himself quite an impressive overall scoreline already. I mean, 11-5 now. Just keeps on building the building blocks of the AWP.
Yeah, doesn't have to work for many of these kills that he's found either. Like, it's just been a case of positioning correctly, pre-aiming correctly. Which, you could argue that is just the fundamentals of Counter-Strike to some degree. But when you see somebody do them so well, it just looks so easy. Floppy. Very fortunate the Molotov was there, because he was very ready to just be swinging on that balcony. See, this is another, like, cheeky off angle. Because whenever you're venturing up, like, he'll peek. Ooh, did he not see the player?
Do you see him, Bob? He
yeah,
did peek.
He must have done, right?
So maybe he didn't catch him on the game of whack-a-mole.
I guess not. But look at that though. He peeked mid for like what 10 seconds there. Peeked further, didn't see anything. Repositions again. He's never peeked in the same space for like too long because he knows I might as well be on the move at all times.
No, it is good. It's very dynamic, fast adjustments, keeping them guessing as well. You're not utilizing the same angles, right? So it's way harder for you to get predictable. Talking of being unpredictable, yeah, gaming. After making so much noise towards middle, they double back towards B. Sonic, he drops the smoke, they spam through, and it seemed like they were debating if they wanted to just burst through it. Obviously, all grouped up inside of the smoke. You burst out as a unit, you'd overwhelm him. He eventually goes back to the site, lucky to get that frag. A clean headshot, JT with the sidewinder as well, takes down another one, but it's Dumao and Tatterzan that are picking them off, and they've cleaned out the site. It means that there's only OC that's close by. The rotation's coming around for the rest of his teammates, but it's going to take some time before they get there. They have kits, so it doesn't matter too much. They can still get back into this round, but they need to put every foot flawlessly. RCF. Oh, man. He gets the peak. Mottom's been beheaded. They charge into the site, and Floppy taking down the pool player with a punishing blow, but he needs so much more. Dancing with the devil, expecting the peak to come out. He gets another kill behind Nubox, but time's ticking away. He doesn't have a smoke. Tatterzan realizes this and isn't going to believe he's sticking it. He'll peek in to finish him. And yeah, gaming, get the round.
Oh. So we've been seeing players do this a lot. Like, so Heretics, I noticed, did it a lot in the Road to Rio, where you stand on an angle, like Mottom was doing just then. You just swing your aim out, so they see your gun barrel and keep getting distracted by it. But Mottom's just done it where he can still be seen, so he's just looked like an absolute fool, frankly. He's aiming his crosshair out, like, fully swinging. And RCF's like, well, I can still see you.
Yeah.
I'll just shoot you. Like, what? Ah. Oh. It's such a like simple play in reality, but like when it doesn't work out, you do look like an absolute buffoon. Like honestly.
Oh man. Well, let's see if they can put the shenanigans to one side. Right now, the two-player heavy setup towards apps, really fighting for control, when in reality it's middle that needs to have the bolster defense, as the T's are swarming their way through. The Yeah Gaming Killer Bees really kicking up a bit of a buzz as they charge their way up. They gain brackets control. And they also get 2 entry frags into it as well, only losing 1 man. They wrap round towards the bomb site. OC from the back of pit. Good snapshots, clean kills. Response from Sonic should be to shut down RCF as well. But the fact they opened it up so flawlessly, it quickly barreled out of hand into favor of Cloud9. And that's what's happened to the scoreline as well. This was quite a close game early on, right? Now it's 7-4. And this series hasn't been that live for long, Ben.
Yeah, it's interesting to think because Inferno traditionally is like the longest map.
Yeah.
Like the round time average for like pro play especially is like a minute 40 or something like pretty ridiculous. Which also worth considering now, there's a double AWP in play. So they've decided to change things up again. Instead of just having OC on map, you need to make sure only one of these AWPs picks at the same time though, if you want to put the like the trickery of it into play. So that's probably why OC's a bit further back. JT and Sonic, they get banana control. They should also know it's low buy for the gaming side as well. People have been doing this silent boost as well. If you notice there's a player on the barrel, you can just like slow walk jump onto it.
Ah, very smart. Yeah.
Very simple thing again, but yeah, you could catch somebody off close quad, for example, or in apps even.
No, it does make sense. Obviously, minimize as much audio information as physically possible. So OC, back in his prime time angle. This is where he's really been being an absolute online-able. Oh, if it would have got through, it would have done so much damage instead. Just about 15 damage there onto IDK.
This is a crazy position.
Floppy's going for a power play or something. This has just got to be confidence surging through him. He gets it, though, with the first frag. IDK had no idea. Doesn't clear towards it. Too much of an audacious angle to really suspect someone would be on. JT should continue that. I guess not, as he's been beheaded. Cut to pieces, like one of Henry VIII's wives, Ben. This is absolute madness at this point. We're just left with 2 Ts remaining for Yeah Gaming. The shots are coming out, and they are being domed. Tatterzan to be the last to fall. Still just blown away with the fact by JT was taken down like that by Dumao. That was mad.
Yeah Gaming are keeping them lenient, though. So look at the money. So even though Cloud9 have won 6 of the last 7, they still haven't created a buffer where they can get a second buy cleanly for everybody. Like, that's kind of worrisome because you can't but feel like at some point you won't have a Cloud9 player make that big play to get like 2 kills in the round, for example. So let's see how this one goes though. Round 13, we're approaching the end of that first half. Yeah Gaming, they got 10 T rounds in the game earlier against Triumph. Only the 4 so far. They also didn't see that second AWP. So that's going to still be a mystery to them. They might think OC's on this bomb site just because Sonic shot then. Oh!
That's sick.
Oh! And that's why you do master your utility usage. Because you can get an M4 headshot to just kill.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
It proves so much of a point, like as you said, why the basics of CS are just so pivotal when you are at such a high level as well, right? You get that HE off, you cripple them to the point where you can just fully take someone down so much more easily with the M4. At this point, yeah, Gaming heavily grouped up towards Banana. Seems like they are committing, they want to go for it. Sonic, then the aggressive angle, up on top of the coffin, still goes back in for the peak. He just faces over and over. Eventually he goes down, suffers for it, and falls to the deck. RCF with the AWP. Oh, that should have been the frag. It looked like it was on the elbow.
He tagged him through the wall. Oh. That bomb is in no man's land, frankly. That's no man's land completely. He's got a Molotov. What do you do with it? You molly coffin? It's gone way too far. Floppy can just go run forward if he needs to. Yeah. It just seems a bit too easy for them right now. Like, they're outmaneuvering them. They're outplaying them.
It does feel like they are just sort of being outclassed in the way that Cloud9 are playing it a little bit as well. And yeah, and that's also sort of backed up by the fact of how quickly we've burnt through these rounds, right? The fact this first half's nearly over, Ben. It's 9-4. Obviously, yeah, Gaming now, they're not left with much really. It's a bit like a rundown fairground, right? There's just not a lot to go on. They've got 2 Tech-9s, a Deagle, and 2 CZs. They do have armor at least. Certainly not the dream scenario though for the side.
So see, didn't hear the marauding players in second mid. They slow walked just in time, and they're doing the silent jump up again. So because of this new change that people do that, it means you can never overstay at mid, like for longer than like 10 seconds. How many players are there in boy? 3. So this is meant to be what they were trying to do on the earlier eco, that we saw Floppy jump on the quad.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's only MOTM on this side of the map. He needs another player to be backing him up here.
Floppy. Depends on timing as well. He's blinded. The Deagle from RCF this time not doing what Doomao could do, but he responds with the Tech-9. He causes turmoil as well as he tackles them. Really starting to make this round a little bit more treacherous, Ben. The 3 versus 3 as Motum barely grabs it to bring it back into an equal stance. He will get shot in the back though. Backstabbed by IDK with the tech. Sonic missing on the shot, but luckily JT's M4 is still causing some mischief. Gets 1, but he needs 2 more kills. On the close angle, he should be sidelined and overwhelmed by Tatterzan if he just pushes in and doesn't clear it. He's playing from behind the box. As soon as he pushes over the graveyard, he'll be spotted, and he couldn't clean up. Wasn't able to find the headshots. So yeah, Gaming win that round off of brute force and aggression.
I'd say some missed shots here and there as well, right? Like OC,
Yeah,
he probably should have had 2.
gave him the opportunities.
Yeah, he needed to get 2. But obviously Floppy didn't get any, I don't think, right? He just might have done some damage, and he also acted as bait for OC to some extent.
Yeah.
But the issue is now, this is now the last round of the half. And I mentioned the economy is not great for Cloud9. They finally broke the buffer, but it doesn't mean that much now. It's only 1 round that they're going to suffer with this buy. You haven't been able to break them for concurrent rounds. And even then, it's not actually that bad. You've got 2 infalls and AWP. Like, it's got a pretty decent back into it.
OC. Ooh, fires the shot, but it's not going to land, luckily. Motum's there. And he's not going to be being a backup dancer, Ben. Instead, he's using those big boots to stomp all over the oncoming aggression. Takes out Tatterzan, leaving it on OC to punish as well. You come round Arch, you get slapped up the side of the head. Oh, JT.
Oh. And a dink as well. That's just easy.
Yep, that's the way it's going to go. 10-5 there, Cloud9 leading. Let's see how the series will continue when we come back in after the break. Well, here we go then. Some more action to come between Cloud9 and Yeah Gaming. If you're just joining us, the first half went down fairly heavy-handedly from the CTs of Cloud9, Ben. 10 rounds already added to their buffer. Where will it go from here?
Yeah, looking quite one-sided thus far. It is worth noting though, Cloud9 they did choose to start on that CT side, so perhaps wanting to get their stronger side out of the way first. But there is an angle to be made that Yeah Gaming, it was the T side that they benefited from the most in the previous matchup today. So when you consider they dropped, or they only managed 5 CT rounds as well, it could be quite scary. If Cloud9 win the pistol, this map could be already gone from them, and that would be awful because it's their pick.
Yeah, that is what's worrying. It's because it's the rate that Cloud9 have been able to just walk over them. Like they've been building up mass momentum. So obviously this could be shut down very quickly. Then we're going into train, and obviously we've seen more than enough of Cloud9 on train tonight. So there'll be certainly an interesting exclamation mark if we make it to that point. Back in now though, round 16. This second pistol has a whole lot of weight to it for Yeah Gaming.
Yeah, we just need to see what happens. They've got 2 sets of nades at the very least. Quite loud though, going into these apartments.
And obviously, Tatterson, he didn't really get enough info off the jump spot, but hearing the audio, that's going to cause the rotation. He actually holds, though, for far too long. You're still there towards Boiler, so he's been killed on his lonesome. It means they've got the site control. The P comes around, RCF, with the pistol, the USP sniper, as he is breaking them open. That's dropped the bomb in the middle of middle, leaving it in a bit of a struggle, and they're still sniping them down. The assassins of Yeah Gaming are doing so much. They almost gave Floppy an opportunity, Ben, but they will stop it in the end. Stamping that one out, 10-6. They get the second pistol.
Oh, that's a really annoying one to consider. The angle of they got the free kill. That bomb site was free, but the players with the utility were the ones last, and they had the bomb. And unfortunately, easy pickings right from the side. They're not even looking that way. If the bomb had just bobbled around the corner, maybe a different story, but. Yeah, Gaming get the pistol, and they very much needed pistol as well. This is a force pipe. Flash comes second mid, RCF gets 1. Ooh. Good damage. Patterson looking to double down.
Oh man, he could really make some money here. If he is a gambling man with this MP9 there, he could get some mega bucks, and that seems to be the play. Peeks out onto Floppy at least and takes down the first with the MP9. Spam towards middle from the Famus, only killing 1 onto Motum, but it sets up IDK to completely overthrow with the MP9. If he charges through the smoke, he'll be hearing all his audio cue. Statterson. Oh, bullet to the brain. Lips forcibly removed there by JT.
Nice kill to find. They're causing a lot of damage, but this is a force buy, so... Yeah, damage isn't what you want, really. You want to be winning.
If it was the eco, we'd probably be praising it. But the fact they did put the money in, it's just kind of... it's a bit worrying. It was just so brash.
Yeah, I have to give praise to Yeah Gaming for that one as well, though. They kind of took it to them, rather than actually just sitting back, letting Cloud9 do what they want on the map, right?
I think there's also one man in particular we need to give praise to, right, on Yeah Gaming side. 17 frags, Ben. 12 deaths. Dumal, he's been hitting some worldies with a pistol, but he's certainly starting to really come out of his shell now. He's looking huge in the overall aspect of the game.
Yeah, it was him. He was like the only player picking up a kill like every now and then as well. Look at this push though as well. Second mid slaughterhouse coming through, and that round's done. 15 seconds. I wonder what the record is
to get them out of the way quite quickly on the ecos.
Like, what do you think the record is for like a Inferno round? Probably like 12 seconds, right? Because it's either banana rush and just nade destruction.
Banana mid crunch with nades where you just completely double down, right? Surely that's got to be the fastest.
Probably like 12 seconds though, still, because it takes 7 seconds just to get to the bottom of T-stairs.
To actually cover the distance to be able to do damage, yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly 7 here. So contact would be now, which would be the 10-second mark. So I mean, there's a chance for 10. But still, this map rather, it's been very, very quick. And they've actually gone for a 4A stack immediately, playing to fight top mid. So they kept 2 MP9, so you get that close range battle. But you've also then trusted in IDK, who has an MP9 himself, actually. The issue is, the longer you wait with this stack at mid, the longer there is now for people to investigate for B. Oh, Floppy peaks that. I like the confidence, but can't feel like that was a bad idea.
IDK Clean up kill with the MP9 onto Motum. JT trades, and we're left into this scenario. 2 versus 4. OC, the mad lad, Ben. He knew he had to go for a bit of a gamble because the position they were in wasn't great. It was a bold call to make, and it nearly paid off. Unfortunately for Sonic, the firefights he gets involved with really aren't favourable. He doesn't luck out, and no one will drop to the ground. So yeah, gaming, another big round to win. The scoreline that was so heavily stacked in favour of Cloud9 now doesn't look like that much of a big mountain. Instead, it just looks like a single step on a staircase. 10-9, Ben. It's almost tied.
Almost tied already. These rounds have been very, very fast. AWP comes through from RCF as well. No AWP on the T side. So OC, we praised his AWP all through the previous series. We praised it in the first half as well. But it's not going to be coming out just yet. And yeah, gaming, they've actually been building up a decent buffer in terms of like money.
Mm-hmm.
So Molotov coming through. Banana control already achieved, but at the cost of not that much health, to be fair. A lot of utility was expended there. That's pretty huge that they got the first smoke out there at like 135. Because that's a very early smoke from a B player.
Cloud9. Very slow on the default here. This time actually showing a bit more reserve, right? This is where we're going to see some of the strategy that will actually probably come out for them on their T side versus the just aggression and trying to brute force their way into a bomb site. 4-player setup towards mid. Motum holds, waiting for any information or aggression towards Banana, at least coming out from the CTs. They will cast that utility over, and it forces back RCF at least, so the AWP on quad won't have as much impact.
This is just classic push and pull, really, isn't it? You take
Yeah.
top banana control to start, you come back to mid, you make noise there, you come back to B. But there's still a smoke left on B. They've managed to hold that angle for that long. That smoke is poor as well.
What is that? There's a massive gap on it. They played that so perfectly on the CT side, Ben. They didn't waste utility the entire time, right? That was drilled. Really good comms. And then it comes to the actual execution, and they drop the smoke like a plate of spaghetti. It spills all over the floor. And Cloud9 just walk in through the mass gap and cause carnage on the site. That's a round for Cloud9. Surprised it was so easy for them. I thought that was absolutely going to be a massacre, or at least a delayed push in that would have been way worse for C9 going into the site. I'm surprised it's gone down like that.
I suppose there could be an argument made as well that the flash kind of guaranteed it as well, right? Both players on the CT side, they were full blind when they were coming in. But that is definitely the best way of, like, the analogy there of, you know, just dropping all your spaghetti everywhere.
We panicked. I panicked.
Like, literally just panicked. So you get the smoke out because you hear them coming back up. You're like, oh, I need to get the smoke down perfect. And you just drop it. And you've absolutely whacked it against the wall.
Yeah, babe.
And it's just gone everywhere. Like, Pepsi minimum.
It really was. Well,
not quite a monster, is it?
No, they need to have some monstrous plays. The energy needs to come back into them, Ben. 11-9, yeah, gaming. Their response is the double AWP. 2 big green guns coming through, though, of course. So, what will that added firepower be able to do when we get into the game? RCF, this is outrageous.
Female, though, taking an absolute battering through the smoke. Oh, the AWP tag. So double AWP in play. RCF gets that opener onto OC. Lovely shot. He's sticking around for more as well. Floppy failed the jump, unfortunately. Oh no. He fails the jump. And there's aggression coming down mid. RCF picks off another player. Oh no.
Well, this has all gone wrong. At this point, this has to be a 10th round. Sonic had a bit of a resurgence, finding 1 kill with the AK as he slaughters the first RCF. There was a chance for a double there, potentially feeding 2 birds with 1 scone, but instead, he misses, creating an opening, a little bit of space for Cloud9 to try and run amok as Motum gets aggressive, spots out Tatterson hiding in the corner, blows his brains out, painting a pretty picture and trying to paint the town red as he carries on in his warpath. The bomb's been picked up towards second mid, but the issue is for Sonic, he needed a gift of gracious timing there from RCF. He gave it to him, Ben, an opportunity. But the unzoom frag will come out as he peeks back into it. The barrel basically in his mouth.
That's such an unlucky one. If he...
Oh, hello.
25 seconds. This is still doable. Oh my word. Oh,
Out
that's
the
the
window.
movement. That is beautiful.
Like an acrobat. Dips around the corner,
Oh.
trying to bait him. He could got the bomb. He could
Oh.
beeline towards the site. If he gets the kill onto IDK Ben, who's only on 55 HP. What?
Oh, wait.
Hang on a minute.
There's a chance, but there's no way you're getting the bomb down. The player
He needs
must
to
be
gun
here.
out. Surely you just take the fight instead.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
I mean, you look like a fool if you keep your gun out and the player's not there, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
But I
oh,
think he was planting at 3 seconds though. I don't know if he would have had that anyway.
it was very, very close.
It looked like it was too late on my end. But obviously, GoTV, you
Who
never
knows?
know.
Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised he got the kill on RCF as well. So that was at least costly from a situation which was what, a 2v5?
Yeah. Like, still good footwork, right? I mean, for both teams, really. Surprising they were able to keep it so close as a round, considering how it started.
And consider the CTs, they've got no loss bonus right now as well. Double nades, doing well for both sides. And the third one thrown in for good measure. It's very rare you get a triple nade kill. Or at least he gets to see a kill from the double nade at least.
And the double molly, Ben.
He gets the kill. IDK trades it, but surely nothing else. He needs to play safe. It's a bit of an over-rotate.
Molotov over. IDK. Oh, he's burning. He's burning. And he's dead.
He hates it. He really hates to see that.
3v3. T-side, walking through the smoke, playing with the flashbang as their entry point. They charge in, Mottom from pool, splashing about, having a whale of a time as he gets the kill across. And we're down to just 2 CTs remaining. If they want to go for this, that's a big if, because it's not really worth the risk, it seems. Obviously, that would be an AWP and an M4 lost. They've only got 1 kit, and it's on Tatterson, and they are just holding. More so than anything, RCF's the only one really playing for exits. They've realised this round is lost, and they will give it to Cloud9. So 12 rounds now on their T side of Inferno.
So at the start of the day, obviously, I mentioned Cloud9's flash numbers, right? That was kind of one of the big things. It's not actually the flash enemies this time around, but you could make an argument that it does relate to it in the sense that they've got 12 flash assists this map alone. So that is more than the 1 and 2 that I initially stated. And worth noting as well, so I'll go through the actual numbers actually on the server. Right now it's, what, 35 enemies flashed in total? So basically 1 in 3 of those result in an assist. That's probably one of the highest conversion rates you normally see, especially when you consider what they had on train. They had over 200 enemies flashed. That one was much more wild. But clearly they're using their flashbangs a lot more efficiently here. Like, it's all well and good to quantity flash. If you get a quality one though with 2 kills from it, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Also, just to praise OC more, because we already praised him enough. Might as well give him some more. He's got 6 flash assists alone as well, so he's phenomenal apparently. He's the whole package. He flashes, he AWPs.
He does seem to be, a big part of this team overall, to be honest, Ben. He's had so much impact as a player. Even on that train game, right? Basically dropping a 55 bomb, whatever it was. Something absolutely outrageous. He was just living his movie. All-rounded. Very, very good. Now, though, round 23, 12 to 10. Cloud9, setting up, basically playing the default once again. This is interesting, though. They're going to go for the run boost across.
I think they're going to go for the kill, aren't they?
Are they peeking into it to actually face?
Yeah. Because they were thinking the AWP might be in the corner or something, if it is there. I was hoping they'd go a bit crazier with it and try and peek Coffin. Because it's a right-hand peek, so that flash is so good, but he doesn't get the kill.
It's a trade then, as he falls underneath quad. A conundrum, really, for the side of Yeah Gaming. They're left into a 4 versus 4. The call's got to be made from Cloud9 of where they want to take it soon, though, as we're left with about 35 seconds on the clock. Time's ticking down as they get brackets control. There's only 1 player on the B bomb site, and that's going to be IDK. Actually, sorry, 2, of course, as they are boosted close towards first oranges. So 2 players from the CT side towards A. They're grouped up, they're holding their angles, and they're waiting for the oncoming onslaught. They know it's coming, so the call for the rotation will surely be made soon as they push in. They clear out the pit player. They force the man off the site. JT's the one that has just gone in wilding out, taking them all down, Ben. And it'll be a post-plant clutch round for them now, with 2 players alive on Yeah Gaming.
They're low, so this is still doable. But how much information is there to show, like, I definitely tagged 1, I definitely tagged 2? It looks like they're just going to save anyway. But that's kind of unlucky. You see the health, it's like, that's a very doable round. You've got Kit. 13 rounds for Cloud9, though. And, of course, the money, not in a great position for EA Gaming. You save 2 rifles. Do you really force around the 2? Because you're approaching the awkward mark now where you lose round you lose round 24, for example. You go down 14 to 10. You then need to eco. Like, you need to eco this one, probably. Is what I'm thinking. A buy would be a mistake, in my eyes. We haven't seen many tactical pauses, have we? Thinking about it. Even going back to train, I think we saw 4 on train.
Yeah.
Speaking of
well, there you go.
It's not the team I thought that would use the pause.
No, C9 going for a bit of attack.
Maybe we should try and talk about what buy would be coming through, I guess. That would make sense, because, they saved 2.
Yeah.
Do you think they have money to buy? Most assumptions would be no. Like, you press tab, you see, okay, they saved 2 rounds in a row. And the round they won with 1 person alive. Chances are they don't actually have that much money available. So it looks like it'll be an eco. You've got the taser on fast sub, so maybe he goes in apps with that. Shouldn't be too much else to go off of from this one. Let's see though. I'm glad to see we haven't got a player like really struggling either. All players are on double digits at least here.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's been playing relatively well. Certainly
this is
good
cheeky.
state of affairs. Sonic peeking by the back of the smoke. He's been able to get through it. They flash over. He does get out, at least.
So that's a set of grenades that they've practiced. They throw the smoke in there sort of one way.
Oh, no. He was trying to make the round a bit more electrifying, Ben. But what a shocker. Floppy finds him, rips his head off.
Oh, that is the dry peak. Not in, I was going to say, if he gets away. Be very surprised.
Well, I mean, at this point, A site is open. Obviously, they don't know that yet, and they are going to clear it soon. They'll go as a squad, bombard their way up as they maraud round towards the site and realise that it's free real estate. They can then get that bomb down. At that point, Cloud9, they do outnumber EA Gaming. But it's a matter of, will EA Gaming really fancy their chances of running the risk of going for this, right? Or do you just wait into the next one? You keep all the weapons of firepower you have here, and then you play from that 14 to 10 deficit. And you really have to grind it out at that point because you can't afford to make any more mistakes.
Yeah, it looks like that'll be the case, though. Like, so they get 2,400, so Dumau should be one of the people to drop. And then I guess Tadson, just because he has slightly more money. Although Faster would probably by himself. If you want to get full utility on everybody, that probably is your closest bet. With the hunt coming in a bit late. I mean, RCF is behind the fountain. He was giving a chance for it. They shouldn't really hunt too much, though, guys. Because they might as well try and build a buff for themselves as well. Like, they'll do that anyway, because they only lost 2 people, but still. Having to rebuy that AK will impact quite a bit. Assuming a comeback does occur. Let's see then, 14 to 10. That taser is still in play, so be careful. You never know.
Avoid that bad boy.
Yeah, keep away from that. Keep your social distance.
What is this? They just sprint down mids. That's such an aggressive play to roll with. Obviously, the full commit there, essentially, from the CT side for 2 players. They dove into action. Floppy with a peek. What?
Felt a bit late from Tartan, and look at this push from RCF. He's taking it into his own hands.
Oh, man. He knows exactly how to try and get this round back in their favour. And he's done just that. He cleans up with 2 frags. He wanted the 3rd, but OC will bite his head off. And it's down to Dumau and IDK. A 2 versus 2. This is to stop Cloud9 getting match point here on Inferno. The bomb is recoverable. And if they want to, they could beeline it. Make a marathon sprint over towards that B site. The CTs have already second-guessed themselves, Ben. They believe that this is the case, so it forces out a 1 versus 1. Floppy, with the AK on the peak, kills Dumau. And it's all down to IDK to clutch it. A 1v2. Floppy on 15, OC on 46. He peeks out from pit. He gets info, but IDK hightails it away back through the smoke. What is going on?
So indecisive. He knows where both players are. But it's taken long enough now that they think he might have moved.
Gets the kill. Adjusting to Floppy. Floppy knows he's low. Trying to play a headshot angle and make it awkward. Swings round with a pre-fire on the Kalashnikov and guns him straight down. Big round to win for Cloud9. Surprising it was so close. Huge momentum plays from either side. Big play from RCF. Almost kept them in it. But yeah, Gaming lose that one out. If they lose the next round, they're out of Inferno, and we will move over to Train. The second map in the series here. Yeah, Gaming. This is their map pick, Ben. They need that energy to come back.
So RCF's managed to get himself an AWP here. This actually could be a big difference maker. Oh, this is cheeky. I mean, I do like this. This is out of the ordinary, seeing over the top of the smoke, and it should be a free kill. Nice. But look at this, they're already charging through apps.
Oh,
they
man.
get free reign.
The terrorist train has pulled into the station. And that is the A bomb site. Smokes go down as well. Molotov's out. They're blocking off all of the avenues of attack to restrict Yeah Gaming as much as possible. Put them in a box, Ben. Oh, the peak on brackets, Sonic. Everyone was blind. That could have been a slaughter of a spray down Dumao with the love taps as well into the back of his teammate's noggin. That's not a good way to kick things off, but the kill certainly is from RCF. They leap into action, bounding around the corners. It's all on JT. He's on balcony. And he's not going to be able to break his way back into the round. It does slip out of his hands. RCF, a hat-trick. Another round that he's had so much impact in. As Yeah Gaming will barely get that bomb defuse off as well. 15-11. They come back into it. But again, they can't make a mistake.
I'm actually surprised that Cloud9 didn't win that round in the post plant. If I'm perfectly honest. Like, they had smokes to hold off at least one of the angles. But I think it was whichever player was in pit that actually fell first in that post plant. He peaked before he needed to, which was before the smoke bloom, and obviously he gets caught off by the AWP. And then it's kind of like a snowball effect from that stage, right? Let's see how this one goes. The 15-11. Yeah, Gaming then needs to make it work. AWP is still in play on RCF. He's holding that off angle, same one OC held earlier on. He's hearing them come up second mid though. Potentially staying a bit too long, but he's out.
Motum, the boiler repairman. He's got his trusty wrench. Let's see if he can try and crack open some heads with it as he lurks in position. The flashbang comes over. This should allow him to slide his way out. Sonic dips into the pit straight away. It is set ablaze around him. He fights through the flames, and all of the T's are starting to really create a mass fire on the server. IDK with 2 kills from the M4. A bit of a panic on the bomb site. Eventually, they compose themselves, and Floppy gets the bomb down. They realize, though, the push from Quad, the Quad killer, comes around trying to cause some anarchy. Sprays down on the first. Floppy trades. Needs a final killing blow to take down Dumao on the peak. It's not a clean shot, but it is still the kill. 16-11, Cloud9. They take the first map on Inferno, Ben.
And the little tooltip at the end thing there said that Floppy killed an enemy with his last bullet, which was the last player in the round, I think, to win the map. So ultimately, we've got a case of 1-0 already now to Cloud9 on Yeah Gaming's pick.
Yeah.
We're going to be going towards that train in a second. But just by the way, so I mentioned RCF. He had 11 opening kills in that last Inferno game. He had 7 just then as well. So it's like, he needs his team to back him up, evidently.
That's kind of the big talking point about it, right? I hope that isn't going to be a trend that spans over the course of the series as well, because that can't happen on Train. It's going to be even harder if it's just him that's performing, because he had some huge 3K rounds that basically opened them up to get into a position to have won like 2 or 3 rounds there. Could have been a whole different storyline, Ben. The game could still be going if they had backed him up in those.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate one, but nevertheless, that's their pick that they've just lost. They have to go to now Train, which I don't think it's actually a map that they don't play. So ultimately, actually, looking at HLTV, it's a map they've played once. So yeah, maybe not so great in that case.
Yeah, it could be Cloud9 reigning all over the Yeah Gaming parade. Hopefully, they do have some kind of a resurgence, though. Train being the second map. That is what we'll get underway with when we come back in after the break. We'll see you for that in a couple of minutes.